Hemorrhoids used to control my life, but thanks to Ingersoll, I've turned my hemorrhoids into hope. Now my asshole doesn't look a day over 5.
Ask your doctor if Anusol is right for you. Side effects may include dizziness, larger hemorrhoids, and obscene blood farting.
Okay, so the topic today that we're going to be touching base on is the zombie apocalypse. Now, you see movies, and it's even in the Bible, that the dead shall walk the earth. But what does that mean?
What does that mean? I mean, if you really open your mind to it, what does that mean?
I don't know. When I think of zombie apocalypse, I think about people walking around glued into their handheld devices, like all the time.
You know what I think
when that Pokemon Go game was going around?
That was some whacked out shit.
I used to make live videos watching a whole group of people going downtown, every single one of them like glued in their phones. They could have walked right in front of a goddamn dragon and never would have knew it.
They wouldn't have known.
They would have known nothing. Couldn't tell them anything. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then they were trying to make positivity out of it, which, yes, there's always a positive side to almost everything. Well, there was fat women out there losing weight. Great. Okay, that's wonderful, but you can do that at the gym. You don't have to get, glued into your device and just walk around aimlessly, man. It's like, what in the fuck is going on?
And the Bible says what? The dead will walk the dead.
The dead shall walk the earth.
You know what that just makes me think automatically?
Zombies.
Government experiments.
Well, like that guy in Miami, that naked black guy that was eating the face of that homeless dude.
I know, I remember that. That is crazy, and they try to blame that on bath salts.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
That's a failed experiment is what that is. They actually, and there's that base in Hawaii, too.
I heard about that.
Where these people swear up and down they're making zombies in this base. These people are just wandering around, just walking around all.
You just think to yourself, if it's more than one person and several people saying it, I mean, don't it make you scratch your head and go,
No, most people are like, that's just some bullshit conspiracy theory.
Just think you're crazy, but really you're not.
While they're watching the Super Bowl and fucking.
Seriously. I mean, if they can clone people and make test tube babies, why wouldn't they do something like that? Come on, the government's very evil and cruel, and
not everybody in the government's evil.
Not
and cruel.
Everybody.
I know people that work in private sectors.
Yes, you're right.
They're good people.
You're right. Not everybody.
But they know.
They know. They just can't say anything.
Exactly. They'd rather have their jobs. And
they didn't know it when they took that job. It's not like they said, hey, I'm joining the FBI, so I don't give a shit about what they do. I'm pretty sure the ones that did and they knew all the evil shit going on. I'm hoping as a good person they wouldn't have joined the, government.
Baby, you got to pull the mic next to your face there. Barack Obama got on the late Jay Leno. And Jay Leno said, if I were president, the first thing I would do is I would go to the alien files, the UFO files, and blow the whole lid, which he did say he was going to do, but he never did.
I believe in that shit, man. Do you know how many military people, like, for instance, the ones that are in the Air Force that see shit, and there are some, and I've seen it on YouTube, where they'll come out and they'll tell what they saw, and they have been warned if they do,
they'll die.
They're going to die, and guess what?
They're dead.
They're dead. And I really, truly believe that. I mean, for instance, Dan Aykroyd's still alive, but he did a YouTube video about UFOs.
He was on the Joe Rogan Experience talking about it. There's so much going on that people just, I don't know. Like, you can't label it anymore. You can't hide it anymore. It's like, dude,
it's there. There's been too many sightings.
I've seen my own
sightings.
Shit.
Too many. Like, for instance, where I'm from up north in Virginia Beach, I don't remember what year it was in, but I know it was before 2009. But, there was a UFO that came down there, and everybody, called in. And the ones that called in and said that they were filming it, guess what? Men in black suits showed up at their door and took their recording devices
from
them. Yes, they did. Those are the ones that called in. Now, me, if I would have seen it and I would have recorded it, I would have kept it to myself. Because that they're listening in to all the phone calls.
Oh, yeah.
And it is true. They did go to all the people that called in about the UFO sighting in Virginia Beach, Virginia. The Men in Black, basically, I'm going to say Men in Black, showed up at their door and they demanded their recording devices.
Yep. I'm going to need another beer.
Oh, shit.
This is like, you know.
You just can't be simple-minded. They are out there.
Of course they're out there, and
They're
running our government.
Yeah.
That movie, They Live. You know, John Carpenter was pretty much casted out of Hollywood after he made that movie.
And think about that, guys. Why would they cast him out of Hollywood? Why would they take his movie down?
He pissed off somebody.
Why? Why? That was a great movie. But why would they do it? Because they have something to hide.
We're all being controlled. We're all being controlled with propaganda.
I wouldn't say all, because a lot of us, our minds are open.
Well, my mind's definitely open. I know what's happening. I see what's happening. But when I tell someone this, I sound completely crazy to them. They're like, "You're insane." I'm like, dude, do you agree with me that Disney characters put sexually exploited fucking bullshit in their goddamn shit? Okay.
Matter of fact, Little Mermaid.
If they agree with that, then they have to agree that everything is being manipulated and controlled through that fucking TV.
Yes.
Look, here's an example. Okay? Now, I actually took a survey on this. Back when, you remember that show, The Osbournes?
Yes, Ozzy Osbourne's and stuff, yes.
Every single person I talked to that the whole family enjoyed watching, all of their kids walked around saying fuck freely. All of them. There was no slap in the mouth. There was no, you better watch your mouth. There was none of that. It was all fucking...
Because they think it's normal.
Because
they
that's
hear
the way
it on
it is.
TV.
You act like... Now, here's a challenge for you. Now, I will just... You have to be totally honest with yourself here. If your family, you know, your wife, your husband, your kids, you all enjoy a family sitcom, anything. If you take a step back and just turn that TV off and look in the mirror, you will find out that your family behaves the exact same way that family does. That's not a theory. That's a fact.
I know it's a fact. I've seen it.
And
TV is a mind control.
That's all it's for.
Yes, it is.
That's what it was designed for, to control your mind.
Have you ever noticed that a lot of parents will put their toddlers in front of the TV, for instance, SpongeBob or Barney, and they're glued to that damn TV.
Have you ever seen somebody when they're like really... Have you looked in the face of someone
yes,
who is...
they're so
their eyes are wide open, their mouth's open.
You can't even wave your hand in front of their face or talk to them because they don't hear you.
Snap out of it.
They don't hear you unless you smack the living shit out of them, but
which, sadly, people don't do anymore. You know, I mean, I like to watch TV occasionally, you know, and there's very few things
they got the news to mind control.
Oh, fuck the news.
They try to the news.
I don't believe nothing this news
I don't
says.
either. It's just a bunch of lies to get our mind off of what's really going on in this world.
What it is it's capitalism based on fear and lies. That's what it is. They fucking and then look like I mentioned in a previous show. When Beto O'Rourke got up there and said, "Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15s. We're going to take your AK-47s." Do you know how many gun purchases from that? God damn, there was this one fucking shop had what they call the Beto Special. AR-15s for $300.
Beto Special.
They called it the Beto Special, and they sold out within 4 hours.
I believe it. You know right now, if you...
They're not going to come take your guns. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. But they want you to think they're going to do that because that makes the economy go. You know? The gun market. It's a big market in America. This country was built...
Very big fucking market.
Goddamn, so was whiskey. This country was built on guns and whiskey. The prohibition.
And cigarettes.
Did that help? The prohibition. You remember that? Nope. Didn't work. The government had mass resistance. And they tried, and they got shot, and they got killed.
You know what story drives me crazy that we talked about a couple of weeks ago?
What's
is about that family that had all that ammunition, and because they had more than the government killed them.
Oh, you're talking about David Koresh.
Yes, that's fucked up, dude, man. First they shoot their dogs, and then they didn't care about the innocent women and children.
No, they shot and killed them.
And then they
They fired the first bullet. They fired the first bullet.
They didn't even do anything. They didn't even give them a chance. I mean, come on. Why are you not allowed to have as much ammunition? And guns and weapons that you want.
Because they don't want you to overpower them.
That doesn't mean that they're terrorists. That doesn't mean that they're going to take over America.
Fuck.
They're
Ask a liberal that shit. You don't need an AR-15. I'm like, bitch, you don't need a fucking Chihuahua.
Right.
But you have one.
Just like you like certain kind of dogs. Well, I like certain kind of guns, and if I want if I want an AR-15, I should have the right to have it.
You have every right to have one.
As long as I'm not some crazy lunatic murderer.
But the problem is that people think they're going to come take our guns by force. No, they're not. It's not going to happen.
It is our right, our constitutional right.
If they try it, give it about a week, and after several law enforcements are dead, they'll retract. They'll be like, okay, this was not a good idea.
Law enforcement.
Oh, dude, you know what?
Shit.
In the state of Wyoming, there is more registered gun owners and hunters than there are active members of our military. And that includes reserves. Just in Wyoming, they're outnumbered. Now, add all the states together, and you see what I'm talking about. They wouldn't dare. The only thing that they could do is drop a nuke on the country, and that would damage the infrastructure so bad, it would cost trillions. Gazillions to fucking repair. And who are you going to get to repair it? Because everybody's dead. I mean, everybody thinks, oh, this is happening. No, dude, it's not.
What is this world fucking coming to? Dude?
It's mind control. Propaganda and mind control.
Wake up, dude. Wake up, guys.
Wake up and enjoy life, man. Get out of the house. Go shoot your AR-15.
Go out there. Have fun with it. Go out.
Fire out a flying saucer. Fuck, dude. I mean, for real. I mean, shit, dude. Everybody's like,
you use your safety rules and stuff like that. You're good.
I was raised. I was like I said, I got my first gun when I was 4 years old. It was a 12-gauge shotgun. It was 3 times bigger than me. My granddad won it at a contest, and he gave it to me for Christmas. That was my Christmas gift from my granddad, my dad's dad.
Yeah. At
4. A 12-gauge shotgun. My dad had me on his shoulders in the woods before I could even walk.
And you know what's crazy? And I'm not saying
I've never, ever never thought about going and shooting up a fucking school. Ever. Not once did I ever think I'm going to go shoot a fucking school up. It's not a gun problem. It's never been a gun problem.
It's a people problem.
When I was in high school, we used to have rednecks with rebel flags in their fucking trucks with gun racks in their fucking in their back windshields with fucking shotguns on it. If you did that now, you would have the SWAT team show up. You'd be like, oh my God, everybody, the fucking government's going to come get you.
I got something better. I'm from up north, and I don't agree with it because, I came down to Texas. I moved to Texas in 2009. And kids here, like he said, 4 years old, owning a gun up north, that's not heard of. If you did that kind of shit, oh shit, they're calling CPS.
CPS, yeah.
They're going to call the cops. You're a bad parent.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. I mean, come on. As long as you have safety rules and you abide by those safety rules, as long as you're not going to let your kid just go around shooting people, you got, not that your kid would. You know what I'm saying?
It's stupid. It's
so fucking stupid.
It's a big, what it is that people think that the government's going to come take our guns. Okay, yeah.
Beer.
They're, what?
I'm out of beer.
Yeah, you got a beer? Well, I got one left. I'll have to go get some more. Anyway, people think the government's going to come take your guns by force. No, they're not. And I'll tell you why. Because they're outnumbered. What they are going to do...
what I was saying.
Now,
there's more of us.
What they are going to do is they're slowly but surely conditioning the young mind into believing that these scary-looking weapons, these military weapons, which they're not military weapons, weapons of war, which they're not weapons of war. They've never been used in any battlefield, not once. AR-15 is just a rifle. It has the same caliber as any other fucking deer rifle you got out there. It's the same thing, same fucking performance. As many times you can pull the trigger, many times the bullets will come out. But people look at it and they think, it's scary looking.
It's heavy artillery.
We have to ban them. And it's like, dude, no. You can ban anything you want. The last I checked, heroin was illegal, but that doesn't stop heroin junkies.
Jesus Christ.
You're going to get it. So what's going to happen is like the law-abiding citizens are going to surrender their rifles under the guise and believing that they're actually saving a life by doing so. Why? Did you ever think about shooting up a school?
I've never thought about shooting up a school.
So when a person says, if it will, Ben O'Rourke gets up there and he says some stupid shit like, I talked to people in Texas. No, you didn't. But I'm going to go ahead. No, you didn't.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. He said, this Texan came up to me and said, you know what? I'll gladly surrender my AR-15
Bullshit.
if it will save lives.
Bullshit.
That makes no sense.
All I
Makes
wanted to
no
do
sense.
is have a gun to protect myself.
And you have every right to have one.
And I should. I don't want a gun just so I can just freely be an asshole and just shoot somebody because I'm having a bad day. No, I want that gun to protect myself.
I have.
Or protect my family.
You know what I've thought about doing more than anything when it comes to killing people? Running them over. Because I have road rage. But never thought, I'm going to pull my AR-15 out and shoot them in the fucking head. Hell no, I thought about running them over with a car.
At least you thought about it. You didn't do it.
Exactly. Never done anything like that. I don't know. I'm just saying, man. It's like, it's so stupid. They politic and they campaign.
And all the fucking rules that they got in different states, like that guy we were talking to it's in California right now, Gray. Mm-hmm. Telling them how many bullets they're allowed to have. And
yeah, while the government buys 6.3 billion fucking rounds of ammunition when Barack Obama was in office, and they're hauling all this military artillery. What do you think that's here for? What do you think they're going to do? It's coming. Something's going to happen.
They're preparing for war.
I don't know what's going to happen. I have my ideas on what's going to happen, but I'm not going to put that out there as truth. I'm not going to say this is the fucking 100% truth. Politically, everything that I said was going to happen has happened. Okay, I predicted the Patriot Act. No one believed me when I said that was going to happen. When I said they're going to allow the NSA to fucking spy on you, no one believed that. They're like, no. You see, now you're just being paranoid. Now
it's
you have
happening.
You know what happened? Edward Snowden. That's what happened. Edward Snowden, who worked for the CIA, who actually witnessed what they do, came out, and now he's facing charges in the U.S. for espionage. Locking him up because he exposed that they spy on us and they gather intel on us. That's not a crime.
Watch that movie. Watch the movie.
That is a great movie. It really is. It's a great fucking movie. I really feel bad for that dude, man.
I do too.
Julian Assange, I feel bad for him. I feel very bad for him.
What's his story?
WikiLeaks. He's the founder of WikiLeaks. He blew the lid. Like, he showed that Hillary Clinton showed her emails, showed their attempt to buy off elections through foreign investors and all this shit. And guess what? They want his ass incarcerated. And I'm just thinking, how come Trump doesn't exonerate these people? Look at the whistleblower from the Ukraine. He's not even a whistleblower. He just said some foul, fucking, stupid shit that wasn't even true. And now he's facing big-time shit.
Wow.
Well, he should, because he's a fucking liar. You don't say stupid... You don't just come out there and blast nonsense. Now, but I don't agree that he should be like... I mean... I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. I think it's freedom of speech. If you're going to try to shut him down for saying something, that's freedom of speech right there. You don't have to be telling the truth. But that's your right to say something.
You're right.
Let the people decide what's true and what's not true. You don't penalize them for it. That's just the way I look at it. I don't know. Maybe I'm...
Let the people decide.
Maybe I'm twisted. I don't know. So, I don't know, guys. We're going to... It's just... there's so much shit like Area 51, for example. Those people that are going to storm Area 51?
Yeah.
You know why they didn't? You know why they couldn't?
Because of the military.
Because of a fence and because of armed guards. Now, let that sink in to all the people that say, the wall's not going to work.
Why are they guarding it? There has to be a reason.
Oh, there is.
There's got to be a very good reason. If you don't believe that there's freaking aliens, you're crazy, man, because they're guarding something. They don't want you in there, and if you come in there, it's shoot to kill.
Dude, I've seen footages back from World War II. Hitler had some of the most brilliant scientists in the world working on anti-gravity vehicles. There's
the Jetsons?
No. Well, yeah.
Kinda.
There's video evidence, black and white. You could see it. This little craft hovering above the Earth, spinning. Let's see. Now, Hitler was onto some shit. Now, everybody's distracting you with this racism thing, this racism thing. No, man, Hitler was on to something. He was on to something. It's got me questioning history altogether. There's actually a company or an organization called the Institution of Historical Review, where they proved there's no way there were gas chambers. No way. Because they went and inspected the infrastructure of these gas chambers, and they said it would have killed everybody. Zyklon B, it would have killed everyone around them. So it kind of makes you wonder, it's like, wait a minute, hold up. If the United States government and the history, if they hate you, you must be doing something right. Just like everybody else.
Yeah.
If folks are hating on you, you must be doing something right. I got haters out the ass. Fucking hate on me. I had a dude come up wanting to kick my ass. I'm sitting there trying to fucking eat some fucking Chinese food. And this chick walks up and she's like, I love you. I love your show. I love everything. I knew you when I saw you and all that. And then her dude walks up and he's like, I don't like you. I want to fuck you up. And I'm just like, okay, why do you want to fuck me up for? He goes, because I don't like the shit you say. I was like, okay, then don't fucking listen.
That's what I think. Don't fucking listen.
I said, you don't have to listen to me, bro. If you don't like me, that's fine. You put your hands on me, I'm going to fucking shove your head up your own ass. Don't fucking, you can come up here and talk some crazy shit all you want to. I don't give two shits in a motherfuck, but do not put your hands on me. I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, have we gotten off? Or, are we just, we're 21 minutes into the show. We should probably end it.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be a long show.
Plus, it's time for a beer run.
It is time for a beer run, and I got to go pick up my laundry. Gotta go pick up the laundry.
That's what we're doing today.
Yeah, that's what's going on today. All right, guys, we'll leave you with, I don't want to leave with a jam because I want to post this to YouTube, actually. And if I put anything on YouTube, they're going to hit me with a copyright strike and shadow ban me, and no one can find the fucking video. So
we'll leave you with those thoughts.
We'll leave you with this. This is Dan Lane saying, if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. You guys have a blessed fucking night. Tune into the next show.
Thanks for listening.
And we'll be back.